Are we on? Let's do a quick mic check. How you guys like that one? Yeah, very clever. Okay, so the World Cup is over. It's time to do some reflection. I was right. Mbappe's the best player in the world. I was wrong about all my dark horses. Very disappointed in Canada. Very disappointed in Canada, but it is what it is. Um, France went farther than I thought it would be, and I said that for France to go far, it's going to be up to Mbappe. It's going to be up to the best player in the world, and by literally through his will, and through the help of others, they somehow made it all the way to the finals against all odds, and almost ruined Lionel Messi's dream. And it was basically all set up for Messi to win it anyways. That's why I had Argentina going to the finals, because I saw the pathway. I'm like, oh, this is basically set up for a Messi versus Ronaldo final. But I think the goal was, let's give Argentina the best, give them the nice pathway. But I saw something today. Hold on for 1 second. See, turn up the volume on this one real quick. Yeah, let's turn up the volume. Okay, so now I saw something today about, there's a lot of fans saying Mbappe is better than Messi at 23 years old, and people getting so mad about it. And first of all, I haven't seen a whole lot of people say that. I think they're just making that up. Like, a lot of stories about Mbappe over these past like 5 to 6 months, just all made up stories. But they, like, the agents that release all these stories, they know what they're doing, because they know the masses of people are idiots. So take a look at this Instagram post. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's change the screen. All right, take a listen to this. Fair use.
Heard fans say that Mbappe at 23 is better than Messi at 23, but I don't understand this because we all know a 23-year-old Messi would have easily won back-to-back World Cups for France if he just had the same team Mbappe has.
Now, anybody that's a bit uneducated, they're just going to take that at face value because they hate Mbappe. Now, what he said was false. What he said was equivocally false, and I can prove it. I've watched every single World Cup that Messi has been in. My first World Cup that I can remember vividly, where I knew what was happening, was the 2006 World Cup. That was the first World Cup that I've ever saw where I knew the positions, I knew the players. Hell, I knew even a lot of the coaches in there. I definitely knew the players. I knew the significance of all the teams. I knew who the legends were. I knew who was hurt. What people don't even remember, in the 2006 World Cup, Zidane he had a little bit of a groin strain. People don't even remember that. That's another story for another day. And he was still killing it on these whole ass niggas. Anyway, back to my point. At 18, 19 years old, okay, Mbappe's first World Cup was at 19 years old, where he won, where he was arguably the best player in that tournament. He won the best young player award, but he actually had a case to be made where he was the best player, definitely the most electric player in that World Cup. Already a World Cup winner at 19 with a great France squad, but Messi in the 2006 World Cup, he had a great squad as well. They don't like to say this. I'm going to show you a roster, because a lot of people, I talk about football like there's this guy at my job. He's 18 years old. He doesn't even like he was born in 2004. I'd be forgetting. Sometimes you talk with these people online or you talk in real life, and that guy's the guy. He's huge, but you wouldn't even think it. He's 18 years old. He didn't even see the 2006 World Cup. He didn't even see it. So he has no idea. He's not a Messi fan. He's actually a Ronaldo fan. But I'm using him as a reference. There's a lot of things that he just doesn't know. Because it's not because he's dumb. It's because he didn't even see it. A lot of this stuff he's relying on word of mouth. All right? A lot of the stuff I had to rely on when I was younger was word of mouth. But thank God I was around a lot of soccer people. You know what I mean? Or football. I don't like, but I have American viewers. So I'm going to pull up Messi's 2006 Argentina squad for the people that think that he was just playing with bums. Like, first of all, before I even pull up the squad, the only person that actually did not have help like that was Cristiano Ronaldo. His squads were not that good. The 2010 World Cup squad that he had, the 2014 squad that he had, like, don't get me started. Okay, so now let's look at Messi's team, the one that he wasn't able to, the one that he didn't even start in. Mbappe actually started for France when he won his World Cup, so at 19. So let's pull this up because we got to be objective here. These people, they say certain things, and I don't even think they were alive with the 2006 World Cup, and they be saying these things. Okay, so we're going to look at the opening match for Argentina. Because I like I said, I'm telling you guys up front, Messi did not start until I think the Serbia game, which was the second match of the group stage in 2006. I'm going to show you the starting lineup for Argentina. Abondanzi, he was decent. I remember he did play for Getafe. He was a solid keeper. Obviously, Lloris is better than him, but not by a whole lot. I'm keeping it stacked. I'm keeping it in the stack. All right. Yeah, Burdizo, Ayala, Hines. If anybody don't know, he used to play for Manchester United. Sorin. Now I'm gonna look at this midfield. We have Javier Mascherano. I don't know if you, because I'm starting to realize these people. I don't think people know these people. So Mascherano is one of the best defensive midfielders of our time. He really got into his own. Really started making a name for himself at Liverpool. Made the big transfer to Barcelona. He can play in the defensive midfielder. He can play as center back. He kind of. He played both for Barcelona. Very solid, top class midfielder when he was on his day. Maxi Rodriguez, if you guys Liverpool fans should know him very well. So that's if you don't know who Maxi Rodriguez is, I don't want people I don't want you guys people telling me that about what squad wasn't better. If you don't even know who Maxi is. Mexico fans know him real well. That's another story. Cambiaso, world class on his day. Former Inter Milan player, former Real Madrid player. I mean, obviously made his name more. Definitely Inter legend, Real Madrid star. Listen, man, Cambiaso was world class, bro. World class. I forgot what year he retired. I don't know what year. He probably retired in like 2015, 2016, but he's had a long, solid career. He's at his day, he was world class. Now, if you don't know who Raquelme is, that's like I said. So that was Argentina's midfield. That's a world-class midfield. That midfield can win. Like, if I compare it to France's World Cup winning midfield, right? Because he said all of Mbappe's squads, he said that Messi would have won a World Cup with both of these squads. Messi didn't even start in this squad. at 18, 19 years old. Now tell me this. You think Mbappe could have not started over Crespo or Javier Saviola, who are legends? Both of these guys are legends, right? Not taking them away. These are legends. These are for the people that don't know. You know, I remember these guys. Saviola, legend. Hernan, I think that's his first name. Crespo, legend. All right. Former Inter player, former Chelsea player. I don't remember how he did at Chelsea. Because I think at the time when he went to Chelsea, he was like 30 something. He kind of went to the Chelsea to like retire. You know, for the people that like to say people go to the Italy to retire. You know, people used to go to England to retire. That's a whole nother issue. Those for the people that don't remember. So, Crespo, Saviola, you think Mbappe couldn't start over these people at 18, 19 years old? Because, mind you, they're saying this is a talented France squad. So how is Mbappe starting in a talented France squad if he's not that guy? He's that guy, guys. He's just that guy. He would have started. Messi did not start for that team. All right, I'm going to show you more evidence. Oh, look at this bench. Whew. Lionel Scaloni, the current coach for Argentina. Lucho Gonzalez, very underrated. Former Porto player, former Marseille player. Very underrated creative midfielder. Pablo Aimar, legend. Carlos Tevez, legend. Julio Cruz, legend. Rodrigo Palacio, at the time, a young upcoming striker. He's been around for a while. I'd be forgetting. Right, Rodrigo Palacio, he's been around for a while. But guys, that Argentina came with a squad. People forget in 2006, if you look back at the 2006 World Cup squads, I mean, those were a lot of legends last World Cup. You know what I mean? Like that, I'm talking about if you look at England's squad in the 2006 World Cup, they had legends on their squad too. But it even compared to the rest of them. That's how great that World Cup was, in my opinion. That was a great World Cup. Like, that was amazing. Now, they say that Messi would have won the World Cup with the 2018 France squad, yet he couldn't even start in this 2006 World Cup squad at 18, while Mbappe started for his France squad at 19. Those were the people, like I said, I watched the 2006 World Cup. I remember everything that's happened in every World Cup since 2006. Messi didn't start in for this for this Argentina squad, but yet you're gonna say that he would have won in all of the squads that Mbappe has been in. If you guys paid attention to France in this World Cup, do you really think Messi could have won the World Cup with this squad? Because Mbappe went all the way to the finals with this squad. And the midfield I'm talking about the midfield for Mbappe in this World Cup is not better than this midfield in 2006. It's not. Rabiot, Tchouaméni. Who else? Basically that was their two defensive midfielders. Griezmann, their midfield was basically Rabiot, Tchouaméni, Griezmann. Griezmann is on the downside of his career. People don't realize it. And it showed in the last game of the World Cup. That midfield is not better than that midfield. I am sorry. Tchouaméni, maybe. I'm not saying like Tchouaméni. He's basically on the verge of being world class. He's literally right on the verge of being world class. Rabiot is not better than any of these players in the Argentina midfield, and Griezmann is not better than Riquelme. I know that might be controversial to say. Look, I don't consider him better than Riquelme. No. right here. We got Cambiaso, Mascherano. So those two basically protecting that back line, that is definitely better. You know what I mean? That's definitely better than the squad that France had. Now, we know in 2014 Argentina was good enough. They made it all the way to the finals. They didn't win. I don't know if I have time to look up the 2010 squad because I just wanted to bring up that point. At 19 Mbappe, at 18 Messi. Messi did not start for this team. Mbappe would have been able to start for this team and score plenty of goals with this team. With this team, look what he did. Come on, guys. Like I said, man, you know, people forget, man. People easily forget. People forget, you know, where Mbappe came from Monaco to PSG. Ever since I've seen him play, just dominate. Now, he doesn't have the same amount of Ballon d'Ors. That could be a whole plethora of reasons why he doesn't have Ballon d'Ors. You know, he finished 6th. Mbappe finished 6th. There's not 5. There's not, dude. I don't even think there's one better player. He's the best player in the planet right now. You can't name me 2 better players than Mbappe. And like I said, most of it is hate. They won't admit it. People will not admit it. Most of it is hate. I asked one of these people. These people will make up anything just to make up their point. It's like I'm arguing with women. This dude was talking about I was arguing with this guy. He said, I'm like, you don't even watch the French league. You know, and then he replied back. He probably put it into to Google Translate something French because I could tell because the characters that he was using, you can't even like when people are typing in French, like actual natural, they're not using accents and all this. They're just typing it. You can tell he got that straight from Google Translate. All I did was look at his bio, Ukraine flag, and with the Ukraine letters, you know the letters that said his real name in Ukrainian. I'm like, dude, I see the Ukraine flag in your bio. This wasn't like a support UK. This was like him, and then it was his name in Ukrainian. I'm like, dude, I looked at I didn't get a reply back ever since. He probably deleted the comment. I did not get a reply back ever since. And I could tell that he's not French. He's not French. This dude went to Google Translate and said, "Idiot, I'm French." And he put it in Google Translate and it came to French and he copied and pasted and put it as a comment. It had all the accents and all this stuff. I'm like, French people don't even when people are typing in their little thing, they're not putting all the accents in the little squiggly thing under the C's and whatnot. They're not doing that. That's how hard people will try to prove a point just so they don't look like a hater, even though it's so obvious. These people don't even watch the French league. These are the same people like even then, they never fall for my trap though. I'll just be like, so who's the best player in the world? And they never directly answer it because if they say Messi, I'm like, you do know Messi and Neymar and Mbappe, they all play for the same team in the same league, which Mbappe has been dominating. But you're in the same breath, you're going to say Messi's the best player in the world. Why? Hey, yo. Trust me, when it comes to this stuff, I'm damn near undefeated. Guys, Mbappe, he's just the best. Y'all going to have to give it up. You saw it in the World Cup final. He's just the best, bro. He's just the best.